Think about a traffic light. When the light shows green, we obey and go forward. When the light shows red, we obey and stop. Does red actually have the power to stop a car? It does not. Does green actually fuel a car and cause it to go in a decided direction? It does not. In a sense, red and green are absolutely nothing. What if the traffic light held pink for go and purple for stop? Would the traffic light and rules work? They would if everyone could get educated and familiar with the new colors. What if someone saw a red light, say, on a deserted highway, or perhaps in a weird place like in the middle of their own house? Would there be an actual consequence to not stopping on red? There likely would not. Red doesn't know if you stopped or started. Red cannot reward stopping nor punish going on green. And yet, at a busy intersection, if you chose not to stop on red, what would likely happen? You would die. That's a massive consequence. There is a law of the universe that says that no two beings can occupy the same space at the same time. If a disobedience to that law is attempted, there are dire consequences. In terms of the traffic life of our day and age, no one wants to experience a vehicle and body collision with all of the pain, trauma, and loss that would result. That is the real law and consequence that is taking place in traffic. However, it is needed to set a sign, a symbol, a token of that law, to provide a rule that people can easily understand and follow, so that by the rule, the law is also kept. The rule itself may be arbitrary. It may not matter what the rule is as long as there is one, and as long as it is reasonably connected to the nature of the deeper and real law. In traffic, the red and green traffic lights are the rule. When we obey the rule, then that results in the law also being kept. We won't die by disobeying red, but we would die by disobeying Pauli's exclusion principle. Collisions. And at this moment in time and society, red in that context represents not itself, but the deeper law. The red light serves as a shorthand. Instead of everyone getting out of their car at every instance of an intersection and making decisions about who is going to drive where and when without harming each other, and thereby taking so much time, so much personality and drama, so much room for error and conflict. Rather, there is a shorthand, red, that accomplishes that decision-making in an efficient way. The nature of modern traffic suggests the necessity of a rule like this. The reason the traffic lights and their colors work is because everyone is in agreement with them. This doesn't mean everyone was part of the original invention of the system, but there is ongoing agreement. Everyone understands and agrees to what a red traffic light represents. Stop now if you don't want to die from a fundamental law of the universe. This agreement is what I call a robust agreement. It is not a mental agreement. For example, one may carry a private opinion about red and green lights, that they really should be purple and pink. One may even think that we should stop driving cars and walk, or better, invent hover cars and an entirely new system. Individuals may harbor a variety of opinions that may or may not mentally agree with green and red traffic lights. Nevertheless, when that same person arrives at a traffic intersection, they do actually stop on red and they do actually go on green. That participation in the system is the agreement of which I am speaking. They intend not to harm themselves and others. Thus, they participate in a robust agreement with the current system in order to avoid dire consequences. Now, if there arose a major movement that promoted the traffic lights to be changed to pink and purple, there is really nothing wrong with that. There would be a difficult transition period, perhaps, while everyone got on board and re-established agreement. One would have to ask themselves if the rule change would be worth the effort for so little difference. But pink and purple could be an acceptable rule. As well, there could be a disruption in the entire way traffic is thought of, such as creating a car-free community where people bike and walk. There are many ways that the red and green and other traffic rules could be changed and a new agreement participated in. You'll note that the law doesn't change. No one wants collisions under any system, I hope. Now that you understand the relationship between a rule, or symbol or representation, and a law, a principle or property of the universe, in the clear and simple example of a traffic light, in the next video, I will make a statement that is more relevant to our subject at hand. I'll see you then. Welcome to the Pathway to Cash course. Visit my channel to start at the beginning of learning and practice. I can't guarantee results for you. Please discuss the principles and actions I share with your financial professional.